teach each other chess and Go. And turned out he was a better student than I was, and he kicked my butt in Go. He kicked my butt in chess. Uh, but that lingered. I've kept running into Go at different points in time, and it's a game I really enjoyed. Uh, for what little I played in it, and
Yeah,
I don't just recently I don't know what happened. Something happened, and I was looking around, and suddenly I saw All India Go Association, and I said, "Hey, there's something here in our backyard. Let's go." I used to play Go, remember, and it all happened within say 5 7 minutes. I said, "Dad, join this, that, this," and before I knew it, I was
yeah, we have another player in our group who also lived in Japan for many years, and that's where he picked it up.
it sounds like someone who genuinely picked it up versus me who had a passing meeting with it. So,
Harish Jayesh, how did you start with Go?
Oh, in July 2021, I read a book called Shibumi,
Oh,
and in that book, Go game is featured heavily. I mean, it's like he his worldview is like modified by Go or something like that. So because of that, I don't know. I mean, it just fascinated me a lot, and I just googled and checked, and I know the basics to be honest. But the thing is, I couldn't get time to continue with uh, my fascination. So I thought this is like the perfect way to restart Go basics, and maybe hopefully I will continue this time.
yeah, good. So I'll be teaching you the basics over here. Then after that, it's all about how many hours you can put in, how many games you can play.
Yes.
It's like learning a language. The more you use it, the better you get.
Right.
Okay, so I think we can at least start with the absolute basics. I'll share my screen. Okay, so we can keep this an interactive session. So keep yourself muted. When you want to say something, then just unmute and then you can speak up. Okay, so brief history of Go. It was made about 2000 BC in China. It was one of the three scholarly arts back there, along with music, painting, and calligraphy. Later, when Japan entered China, they took it back to Japan with them. That was around the 14th or 15th century. That's how it got into Japan. And after Japan opened up to the West, then Go was introduced to the West, and that's why we know more about Go in Japanese terms rather than Korean or Chinese terms. So right now, Go is mostly played in the Eastern countries. The top three are always China, Korea, and Japan. With Hong Kong, Taiwan, Singapore, they also have very strong players. For the West, we have the American Go Association and the European Go Federation. These are the other two large communities in the West. And there are tournaments and meetups and conferences through the year in all of these places. And we are trying to build a platform where people from India can also participate in all of these places. So we do have a couple of tournaments in India and international coming up, and we'll be announcing the tournaments for them pretty soon. Everybody on this group is probably still too much of a beginner to be able to attend those, but by next year maybe you will become good enough to participate also. So let me make a brand new demo board. Okay, so Go is played on a 19 by 19 board regularly. Some other sizes of Go boards are 9 by 9 and 13 by 13. That's what we will be starting with today. We'll start on a 9 by 9 board. So I'll just tell you the very basic rules you need to get into your first game. So we have black and white. You always place stones on the intersections of the grid. The game ends when both people pass simultaneously. White passes, black passes, and the game ends, and we finally count score. I won't tell you about the score yet because we'll play a slightly different variant of Go for the first day today. The only thing you need to know about is how do you capture stones. So I have played one stone here, and let's say I'll just play a couple more here. Now, a concept in Go which is very important is the concept of liberties. Liberties is the number of free intersections around a group. So this one alone stone has 4 liberties around it. How many liberties does this group have? It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 liberties around it. Now the rule is, if a group ever have no liberties, that group gets captured. So for an example, we can do this. So can somebody tell me, if I want to capture white, where should black play? Anyone can speak up because I can't see chat at the same time.
Above the white.
Okay, this white has no liberties left. White gets captured. Problem number 2. Where should black play to capture white? The answer is black cannot capture white in one turn. Why not? Because white still have 2 liberties. So if black gets 2 turns, then white can get captured. Now let's do a few more examples. So where should black play to capture white?
T19.
Yep, right. So now you're getting the gist of it. Now I'll show you a pattern that is known as the ladder. Okay, now where should white play so that he does not get captured? Anyone can speak up?
F14.
If white play F14, this one.
Yes.
If white plays here, then this is the only liberty remaining for the E13 stone. So if black plays here, this is captured. This white stone has no liberties left. So what should white play?
E14.
Yep. Now if white plays here, now white has 2 liberties. And black cannot capture it with one move. So now suppose black plays this. Now where should white play?
G14 is the only option.
G.
Sorry,
F14. F14.
Yep. F14, that's the only way that white can run off to. If white plays anything else, white gets captured. Now black does this. Now where should white play?
F15.
Right? Black does this. And white plays.
G15.
Right? Now you may see a pattern evolving here. White keeps running away and black keeps blocking him. What do you think will happen at the end? White has no place left to run to. And what will happen when black plays on white's last liberty? The whole white group is captured. So this is a common shape which is called the ladder. As soon as black plays this, white should know that the E13 stone is as good as captured. He should not try to do anything with it. If white tries to run, it's all gonna get captured. Now let's say white had something in the middle like this, and white tries to do the same thing.
Karan, I'm just thinking in my head.
Yeah,
If all that had happened one, sorry, can you hear me?
yeah. Can you repeat?
Now, saying if the whole thing had happened one line below, I mean, does this have something to do with whose turn is it? Um,
Uh,
if it had happened
so
one
the
line below, could White have escaped? Or
so this pattern would repeat no matter where you started from. If I started from here, it would still happen.
okay, okay, fair enough.
And how do you recognize a ladder? It will be this sort of a J shape. So now how do you get out of a ladder? That's what I'm going to show you now. So yeah, hi, we are going over basic shapes that one may see in games. So we know that the ladder white can't escape. But suppose white has a friend on the way. What do you think will happen in this case? So the same sort of pattern plays out. But now suddenly white has how many liberties does the group have now? Can somebody count it out? Count it out.
3.
One, two, three. So this group has three liberties left. So there is no way that black can play something and threaten to capture the whole group in one more move. So what happened here is this H17 stone. This is called a ladder breaker. So when you play games, it'll be a big board like this. You may have a situation like this. So now both players have to always keep an eye on what's happening in a certain fight and also an eye on what's happening on the whole board. Because these sort of situations are always fluid. Over here, white knows white can't escape with his E13 stone. Something else happens on other part of the board. Now suddenly this stone can run away now. So black has to keep an eye out. Okay, so now let's see one more shape. This is also a very common and basic shape. This is called the net. Okay, so where should black play to capture white? Any suggestions?
P6, right?
Yep, P6 is correct. Why is that? If white tries to run away from here, black can block. White has to run from here, black and block can capture the whole thing. If black had tried to make his ladder shape, the J shape like this doesn't work because white can make a ladder and run out somewhere else. So these are just some common shapes that I have shown you. I'm not going to get into strategy. Now everybody knows enough about Go to start playing on a small board. So how are you going to start playing? So I have given the list of users down to everyone from number 2 to number 11. So I want every even number person to send a challenge to the person one above them. How do you send a challenge? If you have added them as a friend, you should be able to see them up here. If you click the name, you can send a challenge. Now I'll just show in short what kind of a challenge you want to send. Send a live game speed and a board size of 9 by 9. This is a small board. After you do this, then the other player will get a pop-up saying that so and so has challenged you. So first, can just everybody check if their opponents are online right now? Let me copy the user list. Okay, so here's the list. So Abhishek could not be here. Let's just start pairing up everybody else.
Karan, you said 9x9 live, right? Those are the only
Yeah,
two settings I need to do.
yes, 9x9 and live. And you can turn off the ranked tick mark also. This is only a demo game.
Karan, I think Abhishek was my allotted partner, so if you can give me
Yeah,
some other partner.
yeah. Abhishek is not here, so let's try pairing up everybody else first. Okay, Aziz, do you have a partner?
No, not yet. Hello.
Yep.
Yeah, not yet.
Alright.
I'm confused. How were the partners decided?
2 versus 3, 4 versus 5.
Okay, so which one am I? I'm not sure. I'm online on OGS.
Yeah, I
So
put it
there
on
is
the
no
what?
partner.
Yeah, I put the roll numbers up on the WhatsApp group.
Not check my phone. Sorry, just a sec.
And you can also see my screen. I've just put it all down here. Jayesh, right? So subscribe. You can play with Jayesh.
Perfect. Done. Read Jayesh Chaudhary. I'm doing that. Jayesh, just hang on.
And let's just get everybody else paired up.
Jayesh Chaudhary, got it. Jayesh,
Sarthak, who was your partner last week?
my friend, challenge. Now, 11.
Let's just do loose things. So Aziz and Harish, you two can play together.
Sure, once.
All the nicks are on the WhatsApp group.
Hi, Karan. I think our game started, right?
Right. I'm just getting used to the interface. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And
Okay, so for today, we are going to play Capture Go. Capture Go means whoever captures the stone first wins. We are not going to play the whole thing. So your only goal for today is try to capture one opponent's stone. How to capture something? By taking away all its liberties. So that will get you used to playing on a board. Joni, you can't play. Okay.
Hi all, actually today is my first day, so don't know much about that. So just
Uh,
want to observe how to do the thing.
uh, everybody
So
else,
just
everybody else का also first day है.
okay, so बराबर है तो
we're
मुझे
all
ज़्यादा idea नहीं है इसमें. So anyways, no problem. Let me just observe. Thank you.
Okay, who's left? Race time versus Sarthak. We can do. Race time.
Hello.
So I just want everybody to pair up and play against somebody right now.
If anyone's left, I'm here.
Chat.
Aziz, I think you received my challenge?
Yeah. Okay. Aziz and Harish.
Yeah, Harish, your time is ticking, I think. 3 minutes, 31 seconds.
Okay, okay, all right.
Who's left? Who's not playing anyone?
I'm
I'm
not.
left.
Okay, Sarthak and Race Time, two of you can play against each other.
Okay.
And remember, we're playing Capture Go. First person to capture one stone of the opponent
Uh,
wins.
Sarthak, you wanna send a channel?
Oh shit.
I'm sending one.
Okay.
Hey, Jayesh is the first winner.
Kanan, it's little unfair because I know the game and basic rules is just तो थोड़ा unfair है actually.
If you think that,
No, no, it's fine.
I just
I mean,
okay, so
I'm
we're
perfectly fine
not,
with it. Let's just do it again. I'm fine
yeah
playing another game.
yeah, we're not playing
yeah
to win. So just try to capture one stone, and if one plays too strong, then we can start giving handicaps. That'll come after a while.
How do you start a game? Jayesh, would you know the interface? How do you?
Okay, can you see my screen?
no even I am new to OGS. I just know the rules of Go, but OGS is still new to me.
Can you see
मतलब
my?
पूरा rewind मार के shall we just
हाँ
rewind the whole
वापस
thing
करते
once?
हैं correct correct.
Or if you can share your screen, then I can tell you what to do.
Oh, sure. Um, for now, we just went backwards.
Okay.
No, accept remove stones.
Hi, Johnny.
How are you?
Match.
Patra. Let me go one by one.
Yeah, I just showed basics to everyone, and I just want people to get comfortable with the OGS interface right now.
Jayesh, did it turn up again? I mean, is it?
Karan, we have completed our game in terms of. Acha. Aziz, should we continue the game or what?
Huh?
Yeah, we can
Okay,
continue.
so now you can resign and just start another game. Like, I wanted to get maybe 3 or 4 games of Capture Go. After that, then we can try other stuff.
Okay, okay, all right, got it.
So that will maybe give you basic inklings of ideas of how not to get captured. So I wanted to try to not get captured now. And I'm gonna send you all friend request so I can keep looking at your games.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, these can you accept me as a friend on OGS?
Oh,
Kanan, you can resign and we'll start that again.
do
I
that
mean,
again.
that's the only way I also know. uh, I will add for rematch. I think ask for rematch.
Done, done, done. Rematch. I will. It said challenge to read, but I don't know where to accept the challenge. I'm just clicking on rematch for the moment.
Good. Black wins.
Jayesh, any luck on something coming up on your screen?
No, I will. I think it's still showing. It's
Okay,
asking me to start the rematch again. Can you do that? I think one of us only should do it. I think
I'll
so.
do that. I'll do that again.
Okay, okay, okay.
Now I've got a waiting for opponent screen on my side.
Aziz, you could win right now if you had done the correct move. Okay, once everyone is done with 5 games, then we'll go over some of the games that you have played.
Ah,
That
seriously.
okay. Maybe because you're
Nice
playing
one.
Capture
Nice one,
Go, you
Jayesh.
made that sort of a mistake.
You send rematch. I will resign. You send rematch so that we'll avoid confusion.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. I've just got into the pattern of click resign, click rematch, wait for opponent, and something will happen.
have completed 5 games.
We is who? I can't see your face while you're talking. You
This is Harish. We have completed 5 games.
can you add me as a friend so I can see you're online? Then I can check out your games.
My ID is Eternal Nihilist.
Okay.
And
Karan is meanwhile Jayesh and I are still playing, but we have completed our 5 games. I've lost all 5, and the theme I've learned is greed. Every time I greedy and say, "Yes, that's a white stone." Also, I can grab it. He catches me somewhere else.
Yeah, go is a very
I've
good
learned
way
greed.
to train your impulses. Okay, so you should be able to see my screen. Let's just go over these matches first. Okay, so this is capture go, not normal go. So get the first stone wins. Okay, just for some exercise's sake. This triangle group, it has how many liberties?
5.
5.
Right. Okay, I can see what happened. Okay, now again, triangle group liberties and square stones show him how many liberties do they have. So that triangle group has 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 liberties, right? That means white will have to play 4 times consecutively before he can capture black. And on the other end, this C7 stone, it has 2 liberties. And this B6 stone, it has 3 liberties. So anything with 3 liberties or lesser is at bit of a risk. So when black plays this, the C7 stone only has 1 liberty left. So in chess, the way that when we put somebody in check, we say check. Same way you can do it in Go if you wish. If any group has only 1 liberty left, you could say Atari. That's also the 80s video game company Atari. This is where they got their name from. So right now the C7 stone is an Atari. White has to save that. But then he's forced to ignore his other stone that was short on liberties. And that will get captured. It has no place to run to. So what happened here? This black group always had a lot of liberties. But the white side, it had a lot of points where black could cut him apart into smaller pieces. So that's why white got captured very easily. Now let's see if the same thing happened in the second game also. Black again, he's playing solidly. Solid means making a strong connection. So this group has 5 liberties. And यहाँ पर what did white do? White left a gap with which now black can split the white group apart. Black tries to run, white tries to capture, black tries to surround him. Oops. So this was just an oversight. This is the kind of pattern recognition that everybody will have to learn. This F7 group is right now in Atari, so white should save it. So always try to keep a lookout for which of your groups are running out of liberties and play so that they get more liberties. So this is good. So right now, both of these stones, they have three liberties each. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. White knows that he needs to capture. How to capture? By reducing liberties. So what White did was, he is attacking Black by taking away their liberties. So now Black has managed to run away, and from 2 liberties, he has now grown to 4 liberties. So he is much harder to capture now. And White is doing the same mistake again. He's keeping a lot of gaps within his shape. So now he gets split apart everywhere. Okay, both players are realizing that they should keep a lot of liberties with them. Black got greedy and he just played out there. And Black has gotten cut into 2 pieces. Good. Black will make sure he remains high on liberties. And now White has gotten greedy. Now the E9 stone is in Atari. Only 1 place left to go. And Black can keep chasing him till the end. So the way in chess also we say that you have to read moves ahead. We do the same thing in Go. When Black has played D9, White should see no matter what White does, this group can never escape. Alright, let's look at somebody else's games now. So Kanan, let's take at your games.
Anything I should do current to? Oh, you can see. Great.
Okay, so White is playing good. He's keeping a solid group. So he will be much harder to capture. That's a mistake. Right now Black could have done this, and this E9 stone have nowhere left to run to. Yep, and that's what happened. This, and the game would have been over. So right now I'm not going to do any strategy or tactics. I just want you to get a feel for what are safe groups and what are unsafe groups. Unsafe groups are those which will probably get captured soon. So this is training just to make you get that feeling. Okay, good. That was a mistake. So let's just say that Black didn't do that. Black, what would you have liked to do? Karan, what would you have liked to do?
I was tempted with that J4, and I should have probably gone with a J3.
All right.
But I was worried that he's going to connect to the J5, so I thought I'd block him. But then I didn't realize then J5 would be my Black would be offering itself up for disaster.
Okay, now we'll get to the really interesting part of Go right now. Jayesh, what would have been your next move?
I think it's something to do with creating 2 eyes.
Yeah, but what's your immediate
The
next
thing
move?
is, I know the basic ideas, but I don't know what exactly the move. But I just know that Black should have created 2 eyes here.
Yeah, so I'll come to that right now. But for now, what would have been your next move? To save your stone? You would have played J5?
Oh, yeah.
Just so that you don't lose in capture Go.
Correct.
Alright, now we will come to the concept of eyes. This is not scary, it's usually intuitive. So let's say Black does something else. Now, how many liberties does this Black group have? Can somebody count? 3. Actually 2. 1 and 2. This is not a liberty. So if white can play in both of these places, this black group is captured, right? So let's say white plays in here. Now black wants to capture this. Black plays on h1. When white plays on j2, the black group has no liberties left. Whole thing is captured. So maybe black may want to play the other direction instead. But white can do the same thing. So black says, if I don't play here, maybe I'll be safe. So black goes off and does something else. White plays over here. How many liberties does the black group have? Only one. And how many liberties does the white group have? White also has only one. So black says, I'm going to capture white first. White is captured. White plays in here. Black says, I'm going to capture you. Black only has one liberty left. White plays there. The whole black group is captured. So at this point, no matter what black does, the corner black group is captured. Black can't stop white from capturing it. So now we get to the concept of ice. How could black have stopped that? We can see that black has two liberties. If white can play in both of those places, black is captured. How can black make sure that white can't play in both of them?
J1.
Yeah, if black plays here, now white cannot play in both of these places simultaneously. White cannot play here because he does not capture anything. White can't play here because he doesn't capture anything. Therefore, there's no way white can capture this black group now. So what we call this shape now is, this shape is now alive. Because no matter what the opponent does, they can't capture this. And h1 and j2, these two things, they are called as eyes. Any shape that has at least two eyes is alive. Anything that has one eye is dead or dying. Now let's check out another game. Okay, that was an oopsie and you got captured. Whose else games should we go over? Sarthak. Okay, black is keeping a solid shape. He has a lot of liberties. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, black is doing a good job trying not to get surrounded. Oh, that was a mistake. So this is self-Atari. You played a move which has put you into Atari yourself. Over here, the best move could have been this. Because now white can't play here because he's putting himself into Atari. Okay, next one.
If he had changed the order and done the right side, then he could have got that one, right? If he played C1 If black had played c1 instead of a1, then he could have got the white. No?
If he had played c1,
C1
white,
is also self-Atari.
yeah, white can just capture.
Yeah, you're right. Oh damn, that b1 was a good move.
Yeah, it's the move that won him the game.
Thanks.
Okay, so over here, black has left a gap with which white can just jump in and split his stones apart. This is very, very rarely a good move at any level. Okay, both sides did well. Nobody got anything captured. So this was a good game. So why do we say that nobody got anything captured? This group has 1, 2, 3, 4 liberties. This group is totally outside. This group is way too big to capture. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 liberties. So there's no way that white is going to allow his group to get captured by passing 7 times. Okay, that looks like a full game. Alright, so this is an example of a full 9x9 game. We are no longer playing capture go now, right? Karthak, this was a normal game.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, this was a normal game. We agreed to a normal game.
Okay, so the last thing you need to learn about Go is how do you win. So the original name of Go is Weishe, that's a Chinese word, which means a surrounding game. So over here, you're basically trying to surround territory around the board. At the end of the game, whoever has more territory will win. So let me show some example of a completed game. You can see what a complete board looks like. So this is a normal board size game at the end. So all the white dots are white points, black dots are black points. How do we say that? Because you can see that this whole shape is under the white stones. So this is all white territory. Same way this whole thing is within the black stone. So this is all black territory. Each intersection is counted as 1 point. And the whole game of Go is trying to get half a point more than your opponent to win. There will be a lot of compromises, but you win if you manage to make your opponent compromise a little bit more. And this is how the final board looks like. So now we'll take a look at what they did on the 9x9 board. So both of them have gone for the corners first. Black says I want the whole board. I'll play in the middle. White says I want the top right of I want this part of the board.
Karan, sorry to
Yeah.
interrupt, but see, for example, E5 and C5,
Yeah.
right? Based on what you said earlier, white could put a D5 in the middle.
He could.
So what I guess to
And that
grow, you don't have a choice, right? You'll have to have some space between your
yes.
stones, right?
Yeah, so that's what I want everybody to get used to as they keep playing games between yourself with other beginners. So black could have done something like I'll play here, play here, play here, and this area is with me. But white could have maybe played like this. And now white has all of this. So even though both of them are playing similar turns, one side is gaining a lot more than the other side. So this is a game of balance where you want to divide getting area on the board, and on the other hand, make sure that you can keep it. So as you said, white could have played in the middle. He could. So now black has a couple of choices with him. Does black want to now boot white out of his territory? Or does black say
Let me
that
join.
I will capture this
That's why.
stone within my shape also? So over here, black is saying that I'm trying to get this whole thing along with you. Or over here, black is saying, I'll give you a little bit, but now I'm a bit safer. So every go move is like a conversation. So that's exactly what white also thought. White is thinking that black is getting almost half the board. I should enter into his corner now. Black says, do what you want. I'll keep playing my stuff. White is happy. White says that now this whole corner part is under my shape. If you want to come in, try and come in and try to survive. Black says, you'll be on that busy on that corner, I'll try to take the left corner.
I think your voice, we lost your
Yeah.
voice, Karan.
Okay, can you hear me now? Am I audible?
Yes. Yes.
Yep. So over here now, white says, I will threaten to poke into you from here or from here. What do you want to try and save? Black decided that he wanted to keep this, so white could poke in the other place. White has now Atari'd the C7 stone. Black is saying, I want to try and save it. White says, Unko bacha lo, I'll take this one stone instead. White says, मैंने ले लिया वो एक. Now what does black want to do? Black says, I'll keep my big corner. So at this point, who do you think is winning? Still sort of equal. White probably has all of this under his shape, and black probably has this thing under his shape.
Black seems better connected. White seems to have more islands, if that makes any kind of sense.
Okay, so they're all groups. So let's mark down the different groups. We could say this is a group, 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 group. So they all look separate, but actually they're all connected. Because within one move, white can connect any of them to each other.
And give to each other.
So they're all pretty well connected. The only thing really disconnected on the whole board is this triangle black group. Because there's no way he can do stuff and meet up with his bigger group. So
Thank you.
what is black trying to do with A2? Black is hoping that white will ignore and black can disconnect. Now these two white stones no longer are connected to their friends. Now black can't do that. Why can't black do that? If black still does that, he puts himself into Atari. White can capture these two. So black has seen that this is a futile plan. Let's try to do something else now. So he says, you won't let me take the left side, let me try to take the right side. White refuses, that's my side. Black puts himself into Atari again and have no place to run to. Again, over here, when a white plays e9, black may have saved this one stone, but what about the whole group? This whole group still has 2 liberties left. White can play these 2 moves and capture black. Does black have any place he can run off to? Not really, because this group only has this small space he can expand into. So those stones are as good as captured.
Karan, we lost your voice again.
Sorry, bad Wi-Fi here. And that's where the game ends. And if we check out the score estimator, it will say white has won by about.
We can't hear you.
Still not. Hello.
Yeah, now you're audible.
Yeah. Okay, so this says white has won by 30 points because this shape is under black. That's all black managed to capture in this game, and everything else was white. So this is what a normal 9x9 game could look like. So what I need everybody to do is, if you have added everybody on the group as a OGS friend, you can see when they are online. Talk on the group and try to find out when other people are free. Like, I'm usually free anytime during daytime. So if anybody wants to play a game, they can ping me. Same thing for everybody else. You can put down what time you will be free at, and I want people to play 9x9 games between themselves. If you ever have any questions, you can ping me anytime for a short review. And right now it's just now about playing 50 games at 9x9. That may take you 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, however long it takes. But you have to play your first 50 games on a 9x9 board. After you do that, you will be able to see patterns in the stones, what are good patterns, what are bad patterns, and so on. Then we can promote ourselves to a 13x13 board after that.
Karan,
Yeah.
your voice is breaking up.
Yeah. Hear me? Hello? Hello?
Yeah, Karan, we lost you from. You were saying that we need to play 50 games. From there, we lost you.
Okay. So play 50 games on a 9x9 board. That'll give you some inkling of what good shapes and bad shapes look like. What tends to get captured and what tends to be safe. That may take you a day, a month, a week, however long it takes you. Just try to get your games in. After that, we will start playing on a 13x13 board. Then we'll start looking at what some big board strategy could look like. Right now, 9x9 is all about small scale fighting and tactics, not really about strategy. Strategy will come later. Yeah, I dropped over there. So, what was the last thing you all heard?
50 games, was play 50 games 9x9 board in any form or shape with each other, and you would be available in the morning. I heard that portion.
Yeah, I'll be available when the sun is up.
Okay.
So till then, everybody can keep playing and ping me whenever they have any doubts. And I can keep reviewing through the week. And by next week, I hope people have at least a dozen games down.
Karan,
Yeah.
on OGS, there's an option to play against an AI player also. If you're not able to synchronize the time, is that an option?
Yeah, you can try playing, but I never recommend playing against an AI because they don't play very human-like, or they play too bad or too well.
Understood. So it's preferably
Yeah, humans should be your first, second, and third choice, अगर top 3 choice नहीं मिला, then play against an AI.
Done.
Like that, let me take a look. Okay, so I can see that there are a lot of AIs up here. Yeah, so you can play with anything from 25 to 19k to start with if you're a total beginner.
Done.
So now that you have a few games under your belt and you know the rules, you can all consider yourselves about 20k, 20q. The way ranking systems work in Go is 25q is an absolute beginner. This goes up to 1q. Then we come to 1 Dan up till 9 Dan. So 9 Dan is the strongest amateur player. There's a separate category for professional Dans. You only get to be a professional if you have passed the professional exams. That's usually in China, Korea, and Japan. In that case, then you can call yourself a professional Dan. And if you want to get some sort of a scale, then a 1 professional Dan is around 6 amateur Dan. So strong players are really strong. And if people find that they don't have too much time at once, they can always keep a correspondence game speed. So this way you can maybe play a minute at a time. Play your move, come back a few hours later, and then play another move if any game is pending. That's how at least I play most of my games. At any time I can have about a dozen to 2 dozen corresponding games running. So now you know all the rules of Go except one. So I will just quickly show you what that one rule of Go is. Then we can split. Yeah. Alright, so what's that one rule of Go? The way chess has, if a board position repeats 3 times, is a stalemate. In Go, a board position cannot repeat. So suppose this is the board position right now. White captures on Q15. Black cannot capture this back immediately because that would repeat the board position. So how does black capture this stone back? Black will play somewhere else, which forces white to play over there. Then black can take this back. Same way now white can play somewhere else in some other fight. He forces black to respond over there. Now white can take this back. So this is what's known as a Ko fight, KO. And this can run very long also if it's a very important Ko. Alright, so that's it. Now you know all the rules of Go. And you also have about 5 games under you. Does anybody have questions?
Any time limitation गेम जैसे चेस में क्लॉक रहता है
Yeah.
इसमें कोई टाइम लिमिट
So same way you have time limit in Go also. So now the most popular kind of clock in Go is called the Byo-Yomi clock. I'll show you a live thing. So Byo-Yomi, 10 minutes is the main time. Then you have time per period. So this is a very standard time, 10 minutes of main time, and then 30 seconds, 5 periods. What does this mean? If you make your move within 30 seconds, you get a period back. If you spend more than 30 seconds, 1 period gets used up. And you have 5 such periods. So this is the most popular kind of Go clock that is used everywhere. And how long do games usually go? It's just like chess. You can play Blitz. Blitz means 1 minute time or 30-second time. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Or you can
So,
also...
so what I understand that within that 30 seconds you have to move.
Yeah.
If not, then your one particular
period is gone.
That will be is gone, and then you have such a such a way maximum 5 times,
Yes.
right? Okay. So in general, within a 30-second, it's better to move within a 30 seconds
Yes.
as a standard.
Yeah.
Okay.
So effectively, you have an infinite time if you keep playing
Okay.
fast.
Okay.
So the big tournament games, they are usually played over 1 to 2 days. Amateur games, which we play in tournaments and so on, that is usually 30 minutes main time and 30 into 5. 30 seconds, 5 periods. This is the usual international standard for tournaments.
Okay.
And
Thank
after,
you.
yeah. And after people here have played among themselves, some of you may be improving faster than others. So we'll come to that next week of how do we set handicap and what is Komi. So all of that we'll do next week. You don't need to know this right now. Right. Any other questions?
Can there be a tie in Go?
Okay, ties. Okay, so I might as well tell you about Komi. So, from historical times, it has been seen that whoever plays first has a small advantage. So, black has an advantage over white, similar to chess. So, what has been done to try and balance this game out? White is given a Komi. Komi is 6.5 points. So, whoever is white, they get to add 6.5 points to the score at the end. And because of that half point, there can be no ties in even games.
Oh, okay.
So that 6.5 points is valid no matter what the board size is. Even if you play on a 9x9 board or a 19x19 board, the Komi is always 6.5.
So generally, draw nahi hota hai. It's a win or loss, right?
Yes.
There is no draw.
Yes, because the half point, somebody always has that half point.
Okay.
All right. Any other questions? Nope. Okay. So let's keep active on the group and let's all post down what times we are free at during the day or during the week. Then we can plan games with each other that way.
So what I suggest is that whenever someone is free, just ping in the Crash Course group that you are
Yep.
free and you can play.
Perfect. I was
Whoever
just
else
about
is
to
also
ask.
free.
Soumya, thanks. Just about to ask if I can ping on the group.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, so group has been made just for this. Whenever anyone is free or they'll be free later in the day, बोल दो कि I'll be free from 4 to 5. किसी को खेलना तो खेलो.
Perfect.
Alright, so that's it for today. Try to get a dozen games in and we'll meet again next Thursday.
So we have every Thursday we are having from 7 to whatever 8 or something, right?
Yeah,
every
8,
Thursday.
8:30.
That's it, no?
Yeah, it can go longer depending on how many people want their games reviewed or how much funda they want.
Okay, perfect.
And in addition to this, we also have a meetup every weekend that is driven by Soumya. So in that meetup also we review games and play against each other and do problems and so on. So that is also a free for all. Anyone can join that.
Perfect.
All right, then if nobody has any questions, then we can sign off. All right, Race Time is asking if anybody is in Chennai for in-person games. Swami, anybody from Chennai kya?
I don't think they're active though. Like they've been in the group, but they haven't texted for months. So one thing you can do is that if you go to the Telegram pinned message, there would be a form response link. There you can see who is from where and contact them.
Makes sense.
All right, I see that there are 4 people from Chennai on our listing. There's a Chanmuga, Ezra, Asla, and a Chamit. Chamit is a new person. He just joined.
So Ezra is not playing for a few months. So I don't know about the other two.
Okay, so even if you have people in Chennai, you probably don't have a Go board with you. So the only Go board that I know in India right now are in Bangalore, Bombay. Soumya is making one in Calcutta, and there may be one in IIT Delhi. So these are the 4 Go boards that I know of in India.
In Mumbai, where is it? Or who has it?
And
I stay in Mumbai. I'm from Mumbai, so I was just curious.
yeah, so I have it in Mumbai, and right now,
You're from Mumbai
yeah.
itself. Perfect.
So I'm traveling right now, but I'll be in Mumbai in a couple of weeks. But I'm in Panvel, if you can count that as Mumbai.
Yeah.
And there is another person from Mumbai, also a beginner. He lives in Thane. So maybe when I'm in town someday, I'll call you people.
Yes, please, please. I'm like dying to see an actual board.
I have an old board, which I may give away if you remain active.
Oh, okay.
It's an ancient board, bought that 10 years ago. It's in bad shape, but at least it's the board.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I'll meet most of you next Thursday, and you all can pop up on the weekend meetup also. You're all in the DDK group or the Telegram. Everybody's on the Telegram group. So Soumya will put the link up there on the weekend.
Yeah.
Okay then. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks so much,
Thank you.
Karan. Thank you, Karan.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye,
Thank you
everyone.
so much. Thank you.
Great meeting everyone.
Good night.
Good night. Thank you.
Bye. Bye.